Yo, I just thought of something, man. I've been pondering a series of things for a very long time. I think the purpose of life is death. And I think the purpose of death is life. Let me explain. Throughout my studies of philosophy, etc., mainly through Alan Watts, he said one of the greatest things the universe can give a human being is death, which is the ultimate reset. He doesn't necessarily believe that once we die, like our spirit is just gone and eradicated forever, but that the energy that composes us, the matter that's inside of us, just reanimates into something else. And we forget our past memories so as not to be bored by remembering everything once we become whatever else it is that we're going to become. Think about it. If we were eternal beings that never forgot anything, after a while, it will become boring, man. Think about it. Like, imagine watching your favorite movie every single day over and over and over and over again. After a while, like, you'll know exactly every part that's going to happen. You'll know every joke, every nuance. You know, it'll be fun, but after a while, it's just like, yo, I know exactly what it'll become stale. And to me, that's the same concept with, like, living forever and maintaining your memories forever. After a while, it'll get stale. So think about your favorite movie. Your favorite movie of all time. One of my favorite movies of all time is Swingers. Either Swingers or Clerks. They rotate. And I could still watch those movies over and over. But after a while, it's like, I know all the dialogue. It gets kind of boring or whatever. But if every time I watch Swingers or Clerks, if I forgot it every single day, I would be excited and entertained by it every single time, because it would always be something new, because my brain reset before I watched it every single day. And to me, that's the thing that happens with life or existence or whatever you call it. We pass away and then we become whatever else that we become. And part of the excitement is this whole thing, this whole perception that we're seeing as being something that's new, when in actuality it always was, but the universe blessed us with forgetting the past so that we can be entertained and enjoy this whole experience again. Or just enjoy, like, not even enjoy, but just experience something fresh and anew again. I think that in itself is a blessing more than a curse. Now, some people would have what they say are good lives. Some people would have what they say is bad lives. But at the end of the day, you're just an individual experiencing whatever it is that you're going on. Now, certain decisions that you make may make the life go one way or another way, but ultimately, you're like watching this experience. And it's not just happening to you. You're observing it as it's happening. And the fact that it resets over and over again every time you die, you make it afresh and anew. Now, one movie I took a long time to watch was 50 First Dates. It's about Drew Barrymore, and she has this disease of every time she every time she goes to sleep, she wakes up, she forgets everything that happens the day before. And Adam Sandler is her boyfriend, and he does certain things, like he has to make her fall in love like every single day. So he writes different letters, and eventually he starts recording her. And they have a family that way. He gets her pregnant that way. They have a family. They raise a kid. And every single day, he has to, like, remind her, or just remind her of exactly who she is and who he is. And he has that short, limited amount of time for her to fall in love. And to me, that movie is just like a metaphor for existence. Because just as every day Drew Barrymore's character goes to sleep and then wakes up and doesn't remember what the hell it is, and then Adam Sandler kind of reminds her. It's kind of allegorical too, because Adam Sandler can be quote unquote seen as Jesus or some type of religious figure, and then Drew Barrymore represents like man or humanity or whatever, and that Jesus figure is just, or that religious figure or that archetype, that spiritual archetype is reminding her of who she is. That's like pretty much what every single human being is going through, you know. And I think that's what we're going through right now. We may say, oh, when you pass away, you forget everything. Like, even if you come back, you don't remember it. You don't remember anything. But in actuality, you remember every single thing. You may not remember everything directly, but I'll tell you exactly how you remember everything. Statues, cave paintings, hieroglyphics, art, paintings, sculpture, architecture, technology, phonograph, sheet music, what else? Record players, 8 tracks, Betamax, VHS, DVDs, ColecoVision, and television, pinball machines, Atari Genesis, Atari, Sega Master System, Sega Genesis. What else? Let me see if I can remember. TurboGrafx 16, NES, Super Nintendo, Genesis, Sega Genesis. Probably said it already. Nintendo 64, Neo Geo, Sega Dreamcast, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Nintendo Wii, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, DVD, CD player. Listen, we have so many things that record the things that we've done historically that we can look back at any moment and get an idea of what we were before. So though we don't have direct memories, we are constantly leaving clues as to who we are. Me recording this right now, some other form of me, once I pass on, is going to look at this and watch this, and it's going to give them some type of idea of what they were before they got to the point that they are now. So though we don't remember directly, we're constantly putting things out there to show that our memory is eternal. It may not be directly eternal, but it is eternal because, like I said before, relating it to 50 First Dates, relating it to your very favorite movie. If you constantly forgot your favorite movie, it would always be exciting and fresh and new every single time. That's why I think death is the ultimate blessing. And I get this from Alan Watts. Death, or the release, it is the ultimate gift that the universe can give us. The fact that we can forget so that we can be entertained and surprised every time we remember. He said, just as we have a memory, we have a forgettery. And the forgettery is that thing that makes us not recall our past lives directly so that it is new and fresh every single time that we are reborn or we are remanifested. And it's happening over and over and over and over again. And to me, this way, we're eternal. We can be eternally entertained or eternally surprised, or this is an eternal new experience. And yes, some people have what you would call bad experiences, bad lives, bad existences. I think we all go through it at one point or another. You know, and it's sad if you're going through quote unquote a bad existence, but there will come a time where your existence will be one that is good. The memory is never forgotten, man. The direct memory may be forgotten, but there's too much evidence of what we were before. Too much. You want to know what you was before? Read a book, go to a museum, look at some sculptures. There's even people that look like you. If you look at paintings historically, there are people that look exactly like you that probably lived a life very, very similar to yours. You just have to be open-minded. You can't just be caught up in this one brief moment in time, man. The evidence of our eternity is everywhere. It's just a matter of you being open-minded, just being objective enough to know that it exists. Everywhere I look, I see me. Everywhere you look, you should see you. How is it that God created human beings, or whatever you want to call it, and these humans only live like a short amount of time and they're just dead, whatever? But those creations of God have made trains and cars and tanks and things that have that nature that have stood the test of time far more than the physical human. You mean to tell me the human creation lasts longer than the human? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. That human creation is just showing how eternal that human is. Yes, the flesh itself may not be eternal, but that which composes it just goes into something else and makes more things. You take away the fear of death from human beings, you take away evil humans or opportunistic humans' ability to control other people. The only reason why we were even taught that death is a bad thing is to control other people, man. I'll leave it at that, man. Death is the ultimate blessing, because without death there is no life, and without life there is no death, and it is in a continuous cycle. And the fact that we lose our memories, we won't drive ourselves crazy with eternal boredom. And that's all I had to say, man. I'll holla at y'all. Hashtag everybody need more green. Peace.